Milo was a scrappy gray tabby with bright yellow eyes that seemed to gleam with mischief. He lived in a quaint seaside village where fishing boats bobbed in the harbor and salty air filled the streets. Milo belonged to an old sailor named Captain Ben, who loved to tell stories about buried treasures and daring adventures. One stormy evening, as rain lashed against the windows of their small cottage, Captain Ben rummaged through an old chest. Milo sat on the table, watching with curiosity. Ben pulled out a faded map with corners that had curled over time. He spread it out, pointing at an X marked near the cliffs. "This here," Ben said with a twinkle in his eye, "is the treasure my crew and I never found. But I'm too old to go chasing it now." Milo meowed, his tail flicking with excitement. That night, as Ben snored by the fireplace, Milo jumped onto the table, studying the map. His paws traced the path to the X, and his keen eyes sparkled with determination. At dawn, Milo set out. The storm had passed, leaving the world fresh and alive. He darted through the village, slipping past fishing nets and curious villagers until he reached the cliffs. The map had indicated a small cave hidden by boulders. Milo sniffed the salty air and followed his instincts, weaving through the rocks until he found an entrance. Inside, the cave was dark and damp, but Milo's sharp eyes caught a glimmer. He pawed at the ground, uncovering a rusted box half buried in the sand. It was heavy, but Milo used all his strength to drag it back to the cottage. When Captain Ben awoke, he found the box by the fireplace with Milo sitting proudly beside it. "What's this?" Ben chuckled, opening the box. Inside were trinkets of gold, old coins, and a compass that gleamed as if it had just been polished. Ben's eyes welled with tears. "You clever cat," he whispered, scratching behind Milo's ears. The story of Milo's discovery spread through the village, and the tabby became a local legend. From then on, Milo was no longer just Ben's cat. He was known as the bravest treasure hunter the village had ever seen. And every time Ben told the tale, he made sure to remind everyone that sometimes the greatest adventures are led by the smallest heroes.